Hello students, today we are going to see the remaining part of the lesson P plus resource in economics. So previously we have seen till the topic of economic activities by men and women. So what all the things we have mainly studied here? It's mainly various sectors in which the people are working and also how the economic activities is getting divided into two things, that is market activities and non-market activities, right? So under market activities I said you what all the things the person or a group of people purchase for selling to make profit in that is mainly said to be called as market activities. And next thing is non-market activities, which means production of self consumption for us we are purchasing now, that is. And other than that, we also study one important thing, that is about women. So from the historical period itself, what women were considered as somewhat what they were weak in their body, right? And also they were not at all paid for self consumption. Women were not paid for self consumption, and other than that they were not they were paid when they enter into some factor called like labor market or something else only. And that is the thing we are majorly studying here. And even now, some women have entered into administrative and other services, including job that need higher levels of scientific and technological competence. So that is what from the olden days till now, there is various lot of changes. But even then, what I'm saying is, in the olden days they were not given much importance in all those things, economic activities. But nowadays, although in education, development, health sectors, and various things, even in through job and through in economy also, women's part is also a major part. Okay, and finally now we are moving on to the problems that we are facing in the unorganized sector. So what are the problems we are facing? First thing, if the most of the people are working in unorganized sector, they can't able to give good education. Only a little education, like say for example school education or college education only they can able to give. So that is meager education and also low skills. And that is also one main reason for people not getting job in organized sector. And other than that, in our unorganized sector they will be paid low paid, and also their job is irregular. They don't have any job security, and also many facilities were absent in that area. So absence of that facilities. Okay, and now we move on to the next thing, that is when we are moving on to the quality of population, we know that education is a very important thing. And beyond one two more things also there in unorganized sector, that is but higher education and skill paid par with men in organized sector. But enter into medical, teaching, administrative services, various things you can able to enter in organized sector. But in unorganized sector all those things were not there and they lack these things. Okay, and in the quality of population we see three things. First thing is literacy rate, and next thing is life expectancy, and the third one is skill formation acquired. So firstly, we all know that literacy rate, in sense what we used to say, from the age of 7 till various ages, right? So the literacy rate normally, how many people undergo the schooling education, how many people have the basic knowledge on the language or to read and to write. And life expectancy, how long commonly, in various countries, what is the average age of the people live. Say for example, in our country it was at once 68 to 70, and now it might gone even below that. And finally, skill formation acquired. So how much skills the people of various countries acquire. So that also will be checked, and all these things only will give the quality of population how they are. Okay, so this quality of population only decides what, mainly the growth rate of the country. Okay, ma'am. And at first, we'll go to the first heading, that is education. When we are moving on to education, what I am saying is various things. When we come to when we refer with the life of Sakal and what who is the other guy? It's Vilas, right? So here, Sakal's education in the initial life it was bored him. It made him to feel bored. But after that, then only he slowly started understanding the education and he got interested towards it. And it finally, that education helps in the growth of circle, right? So thus what we come to say is education is the one main thing that opens new horizon, okay, new horizon. And other than that, growth and sectors in sense, automatically only because of this education only the growth will be there. So if the people are educated, they will find new items, what are mainly new inventions, new machines, new techniques, new technologies. And that is the reason, in a sector, if all those techniques and technologies improved, automatically there will be the growth in the sector. And if the education is good, it will create open horizon. And if it opens new horizon, automatically many inventions and everything will come, and that makes the growth of sectors. And if the sectors grow, what happens? Not only the economy of that particular sector increases, but also the growth of national income also increases, right? So if the growth of national income increases, there will be better standard of life for all the people. So if there is better standard of life, automatically what happens? There will be the cultural richness in the people for the country. And finally, that what increases the efficiency, okay ma, efficiency of the people and also the country and everything. So normally what all the things under this efficiency comes, what efficiency we can say? First thing is, if we are very much efficient in our what efficient to get job and everything, automatically we can go to various parts of the country. And we people, because of our efficiency, we will be getting a universal access in all the countries of the world. We can get job, right? And other than that, the retention. And finally, quality in primary education with special emphasis on girls mainly. So what I'm saying is, if all these things increase, automatically the quality of education and everything will increase, and that also will help mainly the girl children also nowadays, okay? And what are the steps that is taken by the government for this? So first thing is, it creates setting, yeah, what the government creates setting the schools mainly under district and everything, right? So that is first thing. So creating schools, and in that schools, not only the ordinary education but also vocational streams, so which the people can develop the skill in the vocational education, vocational groups, right? So for high school children, for occupational knowledge and skills will be given through this vocational streams. So other than that, government lays out various plans. So what all the plans mainly? First plan, for rupees 151 crores, okay. And in the same way, what to say, so in every year, so here you can see in the book, you can see various tabular columns, and in which every year how many students were learning, and how many people, how many colleges were there, how many universities were there, how many students and teachers, and how many teachers were in the universities and colleges, everything that you could see. And also what you could see the literacy rate that differs from year to year, the literacy rate of the men, women, and also normal person. So normally considered as common person. So in that way, so all these things you can see. And also through in the 10th plan and all, it was how much crores ma, 43,825 crores. And because of this, automatically what happens, if there is the growth in the country, the GDP also increase. So when by the year 1951 to 52, it was just 0.64 crores, okay. So the literacy rate was like that. But now what happened? Now it changed to 18 percentage to 65 percentage from 1950 to 2021. From 18 to it came to 65, and even now it got much more than that, okay. So that is the major thing you want to know. And other than that, what all the things you have to find is, have the literacy rate in India increased since 1951? And this is the question you have to write as homework. And what literacy rate is high, why literacy rate is high among males of India? That question also you have to find out and you have to write the answer. Yeah, you have to think. And finally, why are women less educated than men? Okay, so that is also you have to write. So these three questions you have to write as homework. And now we are moving on to the composition. So in this composition, what all the things we are studying is male, how much percentage they are learning? 50 percentage, and it is much greater than female. And in the urban areas 50 percentage than the rural areas. And in the districts like districts of Kerala na, there 96 percentage they were learning. And also in Madhya Pradesh and all, they were learning only 30 percentage. So mostly in primary school system expanded to 5 lakh villages in India, that resulted in diluted by poor quality education. So what I'm saying is, though the schools were opened in all the areas, the quality of education should also get improved. That is what we are saying, and there is increased dropout rates. If there is good quality of education, if there is good teaching, and if everything system goes well, there will not be more failures. And though the system was expanded to 5 lakh villages, still now most of the people getting dropout. Dropout means failed. So what is the reason behind that? The quality should be improved, that's what it is said. And what all the major things that is taken care by the government, like Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan SSA, providing elementary education to 6 to 14 years of age students, which was amended in the year 2010. And when we are coming to the back to the school camps, to increase the enrollment in elementary education. So camps were made to enroll the children in various villages. And other than that, in order to bring the poor children also to school, what was the scheme introduced? Midday meal scheme, right? System to improve nutritional status of the children and also to make many of the people to come to school. And final thing is 10th year plan to increase enrollment in the higher education, mainly for the age 18 to 23, that is college, right? That time you will be doing your UG, undergraduate program studies in colleges. And that is what happened. That plan was undergone, and finally at first it was 6 percentage, and it improved to 9 percentage of students getting enrolled in colleges. And next, what are the strategies we can undergo in order for improvement? Okay, ma'am. So for what are the things? First things, there should be access to education, access to various colleges and everything. Then only they can able to have a good rapport with them, and also they could able to know that they can able to send their children to the colleges. And next, there should be a quality in education. Then only they will be, the parents will be enrolling the children in that particular studies. Okay. And next thing, from the olden day, from the British time itself, if we are following some curriculum, but that curriculum should be modified regularly. Then only there will be growth and improvement in the students. So that is what the next important thing. And next thing is vocationalization. Vocationalization means various skill oriented or what industrial training, or some vocational job related trainings to be given in the vocational education. And finally, use of information technology. That is mainly what we are saying is, information technology means through various communication systems and everything, that education should be developed, or even in correspondence. And even what I'm saying is, now we are having online education only, right? That even mainly comes under this. And finally, distant education, those who cannot able to go to schools or colleges to learn, mainly colleges to learn, then their family situation is very bad, in sense they can work and they can learn. That is the main motto of this distant education. So that is also various strategies that was undergone by the government. So what was the significant improvement? That is, at first it was 51, and slowly it improves, and now 51 to 2000 nowadays, right? So there are nowadays where there are various numbers of information technology centers, and other than that vocational educations we could find, and various colleges, universities, and various forms of enrolling the students and recruiting the teachers. Everything was undergone by the government in order to develop the lives of the people. And the next important topic is health. So when we are coming to health, we know that our national policy, the government, what they aimed mainly is accessibility of healthcare, family welfare, and also nutritional service, mainly for whom, to the underprivileged people, because normally rich people they will be having money to purchase all those things, but only the poor people who cannot afford it, they lack these things. So mainly for underprivileged people it should reach, that is the government's only idea. And for the past 15 years in India, they build up various health infrastructures, like in villages, rural health centers, and other than that, various government hospitals, private hospitals, and various things they have formed in order to save the people from various diseases and also to protect their health. And in the year 2000, what we can say is they had the life expectancy in India, and according to that, how many years the people will be normally living in India? 64 years. And what is the infant mortality rate? How many people, how many child is getting died before the 1 year of age? It was at first 147 per year, but it slowly decreased to 75 now. And also birth rate. So birth rate was, we all know that among 1000, how many people are giving birth? Okay, how many giving birth in a year? So it is 26.1, and death rate is 8.7. That is also calculated among 1000 people. Okay, ma. So this is what we are studying mainly here in that health, and various things government also undergone, such as health centers to check your health and to give you, if you are having headache or fever or anything, you could go to your primary health center in the, if you are in village, and you can get the medicine and all the ailments. Okay, and even government hospitals is also there in every municipalities, corporation, and everything. For every taluk there will be some primary health centers, community health centers, auxiliary nurse hybrids, and there were many people like RN and RM, like registered nurses, registered midwives, and other than that, lady health visitors. And even from panchayat and from corporation, all they will be coming to our house to check our whether we are living in a safe zone, like water is getting stagnated or what, and they will be asking how many people are there, how are you all healthy, you are having any problem. In that way they will be asking. So in that way we could find many things. And even health infrastructure also, from year to year, how it is getting improved, that we can see in the tabular column in the page number 24. You just refer it, and in which you could see like primary health center, SC, PHC, CHC, right? All these health centers from 2013, how many it was, and till 2017 it is given here, all were increased. And how many dispensaries, hospitals, and government beds were there, and in government hospitals, and registered doctors, and in medical council, how many were there, and nursing professionals also, right? Okay, so now we move on to the next important point, what topic, that is unemployment. So here in unemployment also we could see the life of Sakal and Vilas. So Sakal's mother, you know that she is the one taking care of domestic chores, and the children they helped her husband Bota in the field. And other than that, Sakal's brother G2 and sister C2, they spend time only in playing and roaming. So here we could say that Sheila or G2 or C2, they were unemployed, right? They don't have any job. So unemployment is said to exist when the people are willing to work at work at the going wages, but they cannot able to find. You want to work, but you cannot able to find a job. That means it is said to be called as unemployment, right? So normally what we can see is how the people working commonly from which age, ma? Commonly from 15 to 59 without finding a what? Yeah, what I'm saying is, if a person from he is from the age of 15 till 59, if he is finding a job and he is not getting a job, then he is said to be considered as the unemployed person, right? not below the people. You are all not considered as what, unemployed people, okay, because you are doing your schooling. And then what I'm saying is, yeah, there are very various types of unemployment in various areas, mainly in rural areas and all. You could see seasonal and disguised unemployment. What it is mean by seasonal means, for example, the people engaged in agricultural activities or something else and all, they will be what, cultivating, or they will be harvesting, or they will be doing all the agricultural areas, and the agricultural laborers, they will be getting job in only one particular season, and all other time they will not get the job. They have to search for some other job. That is mainly said to be called as seasonal job. And disguised unemployment instance, what I am saying is, the person is able to work from morning 9 to 6 o'clock, but none of them is ready to give the job till that time, and he is capable of getting 10,000 salary in sense, he will be provided only 2,000 salary, and that job also not regular for him. And all these things mainly said to be considered as disguised unemployment. And also when we are moving to urban areas, that is cities, so frictional, cyclical and structural unemployment is also there. And that is the reason what I am saying is, most of the people, urban people now, they will not be getting proper job. Even if they get a job, there is no job security, and there will be what, a heavy competition for that. What I am saying is, 10 people will attend the interview for the vacancy of one job, and that is the reason they will be given very less pay. What I am saying is, 10 also in need of job. So, in case the salary for that job is 20,000 means, what I am saying is, because of the competition, finally one person says okay for 10,000 rupees. So, here the work is more and the salary is less. So, in this way also they are getting struggled. Cyclical means again and again there is some other problems. In unemployment, they will not be getting proper job for each and every cycle, or for each and every month, or every year, or every season, they have to search for some other job. Only for few days only they will be getting job in that way. And for some other people, there won't be proper job. One day they will do one job, other day they will be doing another job. So they want to work in one permanent job, but they will not be getting it, right? So all these things are the major problems. And here we can see, what do you think major reasons of unemployment in India? It is mainly overpopulation, and also what I am saying is, there is no much industries for the number of population in our country. That is also one main thing, and that is the major thing for unemployment in our country, right? And what all the major features that we can see is, unemployment is more among graduates. Even now, not studying people also getting some other job like coolies or something else. But the people mainly getting graduated, maybe a engineer or various degree holders, they are, and post graduates, they were only not getting mainly job. Okay, and other than that, surplus manpower in one and shortage in other. In one particular company, there will be there only 100 people can work, but they will be giving job to 200 people for very less salary. Half the salary only they will be giving. For one person salary, they will give to two persons. And in some other industries, what I am saying is, there should be 100% should work, because that much work is there. But that 100% work will be given only to 20%, because yeah, what the company, owner will think, if I am employing more people, I have to give more salary. So only for these 20 people they will give the job work of 100 people. So this is also one main problem. And next we are moving on to the unemployment that is more in technically qualified people. Because why I am saying is, for example, 100 people are technically qualified, in sense only one or two people, or maximum 3 to 5 people only taken in a company. Okay, so either in a manufacturing company, what I am saying is, the machine maintenance or machine technical officer or technical quality check in charge. In that way there will be people, technically qualified people, and only for there will be around 10 to 20 or 30 machines will be there, big machines. For that only 1 to 2 technicians only they are enrolling. So what about the all other people who are qualified to be a technician? They will not get. And that is also one main reason skilled paper people, they not only need job, but also their economy also should get grown, right? So for that they should undergo various things. And when we are moving on to the various problems of unemployment, we could see first thing is waste of human resources. The people who got educated, who got graduated, and also they are having their skill and also what their own degree and everything for what they have learned to get employed. But even after getting degrees and everything, if they are not getting employed, means that is said to be called as waste of human resources. And second thing, this unemployment increases what? Mainly economic overload. So instead of 1 lakh people, only 10,000 people are working, means how the economy will improve? It will only get degraded. And also for all the other people also, the total GDP will be calculated only from the 10,000 people for the 1 lakh people. That increases economic overload. And next, when we are coming to the life quality of life increase, if you are not getting job, or if you are getting only 5,000 or 10,000 rupees, and you are able to what your talent is there, and your degree and everything, that makes you what you should get at least minimum of 1 lakh rupee salary, and you are getting only 5,000, means automatically what it does, the quality of life will decrease, the quality of food you will take will be very low, and the quality of education that you give you to your children will decrease. What will be in a, instead you thought of joining in a what admitting your child in a IGCSE school, you will admit him only in the government school, right? So in this way the quality of life decreases. And other than that, what if you are getting very less salary, you could not able to meet up the expense of your family, but then how could you give much importance for the health? Even you will not be giving nutritious food to your the family, you will not take it also. And if you are getting sick also, you can't able to go to a good hospital, right? So these are all mainly because of this unemployment that declines the health mainly. And finally, because of unemployment, if you are educating your child in a CBSE or IGCSE school, and if your job, you are losing your job, or if you are not having the job, how many days you can able to spend money for him, for your children? No, right? You can't able to pay the fees, and because of that, at one particular time you have to withdraw the child from the school. And that is the major problem. And what all the things that we are facing because of this unemployment today is, unemployment rate is getting lower. Yes, most of them are getting job only, but potential income is low. Most of them are getting job, for instead of getting 20,000 you are getting 5,000. That potential is low. And other than that, poor people somehow they are finding some job, and they live in bare subsistence. Bare subsistence means the fundamental things, the food, shelter, clothing, and everything. That also they can, for bearing that expense also they are feeling very difficult. And other than that, self-employment in primary sector. Yes, most of the people why they were going and farming means what? That is a sector that gives their own self-employment. They don't need to stand in front of others for any job, and they don't if they were less paid, they will be feeling, right? So that is the one main reason most of the people they enter into agriculture, and some people got educated and they are also moving. But anyhow, this is the one main reason for major people in primary sector, that is agriculture. And that is the reason most labor absorbing agriculture sector seems to be a most labor absorbing. And second thing, secondary sector. In secondary sector, what I am saying is small manufacturing companies now, it is labor absorbing. Labor absorbing in sense they will give very less pay, and they will take more laborers to work in their factories. And finally, when we are coming to tertiary sector, new services with technology is also improving that sector. That is the reason tertiary sector is contribution of tertiary sector is much more in our country. Okay, guys. So anyway, the lesson gets over, and I just want you to I think you guys haven't written anything in history and economics. So from now onward, start writing the first lesson. This week you have to complete first lesson of history completely. What I'm saying is, what all the questions you have find out, like 1 mark questions, and other than that, you create some 2 mark question and 5 mark questions. Totally minimum of 10 to 15 1 mark question, and 5 3 mark questions, and minimum of 2 to 3 5 mark questions you have to write from each lesson what we have taught. And in the very next week, I just want to check your notes. That time I want you guys to complete it. Okay, so take your own time. I'm giving you 1 week time, try to complete it. Okay, so if you're having any doubt, or if you want to check out with the questions how to find it out, or how to present the answer, you can ask me, I can explain you. Okay guys, thank you, have a great day.